Hey, what's going on? Just finishing up making my lunch for tomorrow. But to continue on with yesterday's video, I was looking at a video online by Keenan Rivals. Or not a video, but a post. I think it was Keenan Rivals. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say he does a lot of street photography stuff. But I was looking at, and it was about I think it was the A60-300 in his post and the 20mm lens. And he commented how it's got a focal length that is similar to the GR3, but in a size that rivals the X100F. And the big thing I like with that camera, with the A6500, is you have the rangefinder you face up with the camera, and you have that viewfinder built in that the GR doesn't have. I mean, you can add it, but that's $200 on top of an $800 camera. You're talking about, so that's $1,000 right there. If you can, I think the puppy must be trying to get his toy out of the box. Okay, there's nothing in there. It's harmful anyway. No? You giving up on it? Alright. Well, and if you look at used prices, you can get the 20mm lens for about $200. You can get the A6500 for about $700. So you're just shy of $1,000. Probably hit $1,000 with tax and shipping and everything. And I'm sure you can find it cheaper other places. You know, if you hunt around. But that's about the market average I've found. But the thing I was, and that camera setup compared to, say, the X100F, you're looking at about, you're already over $1,000. You're almost at $1,500. So, I think that option is the best one. And then you're not stuck to one focal range. You can change it out. You can switch it up. So, but if I didn't mention already, I did do some reading. The 28 is weather/dust resistant. The 20 is not. Doesn't say either on there, but I'm also wondering how resistant is resistant. But either way. Alright, well, catch you on the next part.
Yeah, so I was trying to update my computer earlier. Just, like random driver installations, and it has dropped considerably colder out here. It says it's I think 36. It feels like 20s. Jeez, it's supposed to be even colder in the morning. Finally, there we go. Hopefully he'll hurt. Guess that spot wasn't good enough. Ah, well. I don't think you want to hear about him doing his business. But I will be a responsible pet owner, and I will pick it up with a little baggie. No, so I went to install the updates, and it did it last time, where it just kept hanging up on installing the updates. Don't know why, don't know what's going on, don't know if it's an issue with my computer. I have no idea, but it did it last time, and you gotta, sit there and it'll go 40, 50, 75, 80, 83, those computers go through that general part. And then it'll restart, but it doesn't turn itself back on. So I'm not 100% certain why it keeps doing that, but eventually, after attempting to restart the thing not restart, but attempt to get it to go through, it'll eventually go through on like the 20 or 30th finally try. Succeed in installing. So that was kind of an adventure, I guess you could say. But it is really cold. I don't know if you can see the trees moving about. I did change one of the settings on this camera. I was in like power save mode or something to like regular 1080p mode. So hopefully the picture quality will be a little better at night, because I know this was kind of lacking. But stop. But I'll eventually get it all dialed in, the settings, that is, you know. Whichever though. But finally got the update to go through and install, which that was a relief, because just like last time, which unlike last time I had that, I actually had something I needed to get done. This would just be, you know, this I didn't have anything time critical that I was trying to finish up. But that finally. And something else I found out, which I'm using a Lenovo L13, Lenovo Yoga L13. Not a great, well, I would say it's not a great computer, but I mean, it's certainly not a bad computer. It's for what I bought it for and for what I paid for it, it's been a good computer. Kind of just wanted something that would handle most stuff I needed to do. Doesn't need to be a workhorse of a machine. Just needs to be something enough to do most tasks. Handle some video editing. It doesn't need to be a blazing fast video rig. Hard drive, or 300 gig, and with my photo editing, my video editing softwares on it, I've kind of got about 75 gigs of storage left, which 75 gigs, it's not nothing to slouch at, but you figure the video files from this, one vlog is about 6 gigs worth of video, so it's about 10 days, or I say 10 days, but I've been definitely, well, you get the point. It'll fill up very quickly. To help with that, I did order a 1 terabyte. I was really looking, because I thought I could run a second. Get out of that. I don't know what's down there or what you're going after, but I don't think you need to go that way. But I found out. Stick my hand in my coat pocket. I did find out though that the computer can OneDrive in it, and well, that OneDrive is used, so won't be able to stick a second drive in there, but it is what it is. I was looking, I have software, and I can get software to clone the drive to a second drive, or image the drive and then restore the image to it, but as of right now, that's not a huge priority. But I think looking forward, I'll probably at least be on the lookout for a new, or not new, but well, not a new. I'll be looking to. I was really hoping I could do a second drive on the computer, because then I could just have the second drive and run my OS off of, say, the internal like 200 or whatever gig drive that is, and then have all my programs, like my video editing programs, all the data from those, all of that go over to be on the second drive. But that computer, I have another Lenovo, a 15-inch Lenovo. That one has the ability to have an extra NVMe drive or M.2 drive. I can never keep track of the nomenclature for the various drives because I think they're interchangeable. I think M.2 NVMe, I think it's all the same thing, but I don't know enough which way to go for the drive, at least. So I probably, like I said, it's in the works that I do want to upgrade it, but I also, in the same side of saying upgrade that, I may also price, because I really don't want to spend, the computer does what I need it to do. It's not the greatest computer in the world, but it works. It gets everything done. It's not a slouch by any means. I think when I was talking with my buddy, I think it's a 10th Gen i5 in it. I mean, it's not a blazing processor, but like I said, it handles what I need it to do. So, and I wanted the computer, and this is going to sound kind of negative the way I'm going to put it, but when I bought that computer, I didn't buy it for the intention of having a beast of a machine. I mean, if I wanted a beast of a machine, I'd have bought it. I bought it as a, if I travel somewhere and something should happen, light makes it really hard to see. So if something should happen to that computer, theft or whatever, I mean, yeah, I'd be upset because, hey, someone just stole my computer, but I wouldn't be devastated. It's kind of interesting how, in going from the sun being not out to, 30 minutes later, still frost on everything, but amazing how what it feels like outside doesn't feel like it's, but also might be because I'm warm because I just drank coffee and had a warm shower, so that could be it. I don't know, but or it could also be the sun's kind of coming up, so it's raising the temperature ever slightly, and everything kind of working together. Shower, coffee, temperature rising a degree or so. It doesn't feel as cold, but yeah, I will say I have learned on this camera that at first I was pulling the micro SD out of it, dropping that in the computer, and then just pulling the video off of the card, and then because I didn't think you could, the camera, which I know you can transfer from the camera, in the settings and stuff, or however, but you can transfer from the camera's internal 30-something gigs of storage over to an external over to the SD card. I didn't mention I'm using the DJI Action 2 camera for these videos. But I realized last night, because I had a clip to pull off of the internal storage, and you have to basically connect the camera module or the screen module or the power module to the camera. And I found out that when you connect, hopefully this camera's in the right mode. Maybe I ought to check first. Alright, we good. Also not sure why the camera it isn't showing that it charged. Whatever. It's definitely cold tonight. And kind of made a oops when I placed my order the other day. The website will show that you place the order, but it doesn't actually, they don't send you anything. No, it'll like show your order number when you place the order, but it doesn't actually send you an email until, like, for your order, until they process your order through. So not sure if that's the case with this particular order, but whatever. It's one of those. They billed my card for the order, so it should show up. Well, I've ordered from them in the past and haven't had problems, so fairly confident that all will be well. One thing I guess I did kind of realize, hindsight, is the 20mm lens that I picked up to put on the 6500 isn't actually gonna arrive until Friday. But in the meantime, I have my 28mm that I can mount on there and play around with. Yeah. So we'll see. Look at the video to see how that light shows up, because it may either be really bright or it might not be. But yeah, I did save myself some money, because I looked in my, I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but I have a little pouch that I keep some camera batteries in, and in there I have an extra memory card just in case something happens. Memory card gets corrupt, forget to put the memory card back in. But I looked in my little bag. I think I'm gonna walk back this way. But I looked in that little pouch, and I happen to have a 128 gig class 10U3 SanDisk card, so works out perfectly. Have a card to use in the camera, so I don't have to order one of those. I did want to, I have it, but it's not with me. But I have it's made by Stropa, STROPPA. I want to say they're a Polish company, but I have one of their rope camera straps. But I did order some, almost slipped. I did order some not Black Rapid. So, man, I did it again. I have to check and make sure I'm actually recording properly. Yep. And the battery actually charged. Good news for both things. So, it's not as cold tonight. It's actually bearable to be outside. Alright, we'll go up here. So, alright. Yeah. No? Not a good spot. Alright. Well, so, I mentioned previously, I think, that big truck coming by, going up to the stores around the corner. Yeah, sounds like they're going to the stores. So, I emailed KEH, the company I ordered the new camera from, and just so happens that they emailed me back and there was an issue processing the card. And I may have mentioned before, at least I think I did, I've done business with this company in the past, and I had an issue one time. I ordered a camera lens, and when it came in, the lens hood, one of the mounting pieces on it was cracked. and called the company, got the issue resolved. It was quick and easy and painless. Not that it would be painful, but people tend to use that expression, so we'll go with it. So I reached out to the company, got that taken care of. Well, reached out to them about the issue that I didn't write my order number down, and some sites give you a method to type in some order criteria and you can retrieve your order number. They don't, so sent them an email, and the person replied and said there was an issue processing the card, that they can either PayPal invoice me or I can call them and give them a different credit card number. So it actually is cold. So I went, told him, I was like, look, just send me a PayPal invoice. He's like, no problem. Said I would get it in about an hour. Well, and that hour kind of sent the person an email and said, hey, look, haven't gotten anything. It's been about an hour. Actually, I don't even know if I put that. But I said, haven't heard anything yet. Just wanted to see what's up. So, made sure to link that email address, the order email, to PayPal. Whole big thing. Eventually, I did get a PayPal invoice. Thankfully, everything worked out. So, got the camera body paid for, and all is well. So, yeah, I would say it was a slight bit of a headache, which, it was, but glad that that's now taken care of and orders placed. But still waiting on a couple other things. Still haven't figured out what I want to do with the camera strap situation. I think I have some orange paracord with me, and I'm kind of thinking I might make a orange paracord strap. Come on, dude. That's hoping that the camera comes with the little triangle rings that attach to the camera body to hold the camera strap on. If not, well, I don't know, because kind of I guess you could say the issue when you order with this company is that sometimes it'll usually tell you what it comes with, but I've in the past, like when I've sold cameras to them, I repackage it in the original box, all the original documentation. Like I package it back like it came, like I got it. But I understand, if you have a warehouse, Goofy found himself a stick. If you have a warehouse of, thousands of cameras, which are at least hundreds, I would assume in their case, probably not convenient to have hitting a step goal. I'll let my Garmin just do the auto step goals. But it's probably not the most space-wise use of space to have a ton of cameras and lenses and stored inside of boxes. Now, if the camera's in good shape, the lens is in really good shape, could you probably get a premium? Probably so. But then again, is that, if somebody goes to buy something, are they going to be willing to pay, as a business, are they going to be willing to pay an extra 30 bucks to get the box and all the documentation for the camera, or would they, be happy to spend, 20 bucks less, 20, 30 bucks less, and then from the business's standpoint, is 20 or 30 bucks worth the space of another camera, another lens on the shelf. So I guess it kind of has its trade-offs either way you look at it. But I also like to ship it to them that way in the box, because then if something happens, shipment wise, that original box is intended for shipping the camera. So if something happens, and at the end of the day, once I've gotten rid of the camera, what am I going to do? Sell the box on eBay or something for 20 bucks? No. So it's a good peace of mind to me when I go to ship it, and it's good sales method on their part to sell it a little cheaper and not take up all kind of space. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna probably work on a paracord strap for it once it comes in, and in the meantime I'll attach my Peak Design strap to it. Kind of if I make the strap and don't use it, or I make the strap and use it, it's no effort to make it really. I've actually made one before. I think I made it out of black paracord. But yeah, probably make that maybe tomorrow night or Thursday, or maybe this weekend or something. Don't really know. I was trying to figure out, because I was like, I know the laundry's on this side, and I couldn't figure out, I kept hearing, when the thing says dryers, and they've got a big lint trap right there on the wall, and then I realized that's for their big industrial dryers for the bed linens and towels and all that. So kind of cool. Stay somewhere long enough, you figure things out. But we'll go ahead and close it out here, and I meant to edit everything together, but I guess this will just be part of that last video.